We keep moving forward, opening new doors, and doing new things because we're curious, and curiosity keeps leading us down new paths. Walt Disney. Hello, everyone. Thanks for listening to Diz Connected, an unofficial Disney podcast of magical proportions. I'm Whit Laxon, your Disney enthusiast host, and coming up, there is not a Main Street USA, of course. There is Mickey Avenue, so we will start there. The opening date for the newest Disney park has arrived. Find out what guests can expect at Shanghai Disneyland. The culture over there is so different, so they have to adjust. But first, it's the House of Mouse news you need to know in this week's Disney Download. Hey guys, what's up? It's Whit, back for another episode of Diz Connected, along with my friend and fellow Disney enthusiast, Katie Carter, who is joining me via Skype. Hey, Katie.
Hello.
Hey. So, as always, I'm looking forward to talking all things Disney today. But before we start, Katie, I just want to take a moment to extend our thoughts and prayers to everyone affected by the tragedy in Orlando, Florida. It has been a devastating time for our country as the worst mass shooting in American history occurred this past weekend at the Orlando Pulse nightclub. For Disney fans, the Orlando area is home to a special place that we hold near and dear to our hearts. And just this morning, it is Tuesday, June 14th, 2016, the Walt Disney Company announced a $1 million cash commitment to the One Orlando Fund, which has been set up to provide funds and other services to those impacted by the tragedy. I want to read a statement from Walt Disney Parks and Resorts Chairman Bob Chapek. It says, quote, "We are heartbroken by this tragedy and we hope our commitment will help those in the community affected by this senseless act. With 74,000 cast members who call Orlando home, we mourn the loss of the victims and offer our condolences to their families, friends, and loved ones." End quote. Obviously, this has been a scary story to follow in recent days, a sickening story, really. However, as it relates to Disney, performers from the Orlando theme parks, including Walt Disney World, showed their support with photos shared on social media expressing an outpour of love by symbolizing hearts with their hands. And those have definitely been some powerful pictures of light in a time of darkness, but still an overwhelming past few days. Katie.
Yeah, you put it very well. I don't know what else to add.
Yeah, I mean, no words, honestly. And that's Walt Disney World, their social media was quiet following this. And then today they announced about the $1 million donation there. So, and I think I also read that for every Disney cast member who donates, I think they're going to match the amount or something along those lines. So obviously great for Walt Disney World to do that. But again, our thoughts and prayers with those affected. We will continue on now with our regular Disney news discussions in the Disney Download.
Really? What's a demigod gotta do?
Away, away. We are explorers reading every sign. We tell the stories of our elders in a never-ending chain. Away, away. We know the way.
So, Katie, the Moana trailer has been released, and this is Disney Animation's upcoming feature film that will be released near Thanksgiving. November 23rd is the date. We were just discussing last week how we haven't seen any footage from this movie, and then here we go. The trailer drops Sunday night during the Tony Awards, which, that was some timely marketing on Disney's part because Lin-Manuel Miranda is composing music for the film. What'd you think about the Moana trailer?
I loved it. I mean, I've watched it. I've watched it so many times. We don't see a whole lot in it, but I think it kind of sets up the whole look and feel of the movie very well. We do get a little piece of the music with Lynn singing, which was really exciting to hear, and it just looks beautiful. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I've been really excited about this movie. It's probably the one movie in the lineup of Disney animated releases that are coming out that I'm really excited about. And D23, we didn't get too much about it, but we knew the casting with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as Maui. And then last fall, I believe, they announced the voice of Moana was going to be an unknown. Her name is Ali'i. We didn't hear much from her in the trailer. We did see her and a cute little pig. Oh my goodness. Like, can I get the stuffed animal? Can I get the plush for that right now, please? Loved that little pig. And then we heard a lot from Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And to go on your point about just getting an overall feel and an overall, understanding of what the look for the movie, it's going to be beautiful. The water, though.
Right.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. So, and the lighting and everything, yeah, it was beautiful. And I love, like, at the very beginning of the trailer, they have that little animated sequence, which you find out a few seconds in that it's Maui's, like, tattoos moving, which is kind of funny. But that reminded me instantly of the visual style of Hercules with the muses and everything. I thought of that. The music kind of made me think of Tarzan. Kind of seems to be drawing on all these different elements from previous animated movies. So I'm excited to see how that all comes together.
Yeah, I enjoyed the music that I heard. Do you think it's going to be more of a Tarzan kind of thing musically, or do you think this is going to be musical characters singing? I don't know.
Initially, I thought it was going to be musical with characters singing, but after seeing the trailer, I'm not so sure now.
Yeah.
And it seems like it might be more Tarzan-y.
Yeah, Tarzan-y. I like that.
Yep.
That's how I feel too, but the music did sound pretty cool, and I like that it matches the, Pacific Island theme of the movie. That was one thing with Frozen, which was Disney's last musical animated film. But I do think that the music sounded like what it needed to sound like, and Lin-Manuel, timely marketing again on Disney's part, releasing that during the Tonys there, so as he was winning for Hamilton. Any other thoughts on the Moana trailer?
I don't think so. I'm excited, and I hope that they release a fuller trailer at some point soon. But we don't really have that much longer to wait for the movie. It comes out Thanksgiving. So.
We don't. And I do hope we'll get more as well. So last week we were talking about how we were confused. And I just don't think they're quite done with this film yet. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I mean, that's usually kind of the way with these kinds of movies. They're always working on it and changing things sometimes up until the last minutes.
Right. Just to get it perfect, which we wouldn't have it any other way. We also got a trailer just today for Pete's Dragon, which will be released in August 12th. This is a reimagining of the classic live-action / animated Disney movie. What do you think of the new Pete's Dragon trailer? We've had a teaser before this, but this was the full, 2 minute 15 seconds trailer.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not super excited about it, honestly. I'm not a huge fan of the original. I like it. I don't think it's a great movie. So it's kind of an interesting choice for them to remake it. The biggest change, I think, going from the original to this one is the original one was a musical and this one is not a musical. It's kind of more of a straight up, family adventure fantasy type movie. I mean, there's nothing really special about it that's grabbing me. I'm sure it'll be entertaining. The special effects look nice. The original one, of course, had a 2D animated dragon in a live action world. This one's more realistic CGI. We'll see. I'll go see it, but I don't think it's going to be, the standout Disney movie of the year or anything.
I read some tweets saying that this trailer is exactly what they showed at D23. I don't know. I wasn't there, but it got me interested. I think the teaser trailer also got me interested. I think I've only seen the original once, and it was in second grade when the teacher brought it to class for us to watch. And that was a long time ago, so I don't have a lot of memories relating to Pete's Dragon. I know some of the music. There's a song, Candle on the Water, that is a beautiful song. But this is not a musical. Stars Bryce Dallas Howard, Robert Redford, and the dragon, it looks okay.
Yeah, I mean, after the Jungle Book and the like amazing visuals in that movie, like everything else is just kind of like
Yeah.
typical CGI fare.
Yeah. But it comes out August 12th, and I'll be seeing it because that might be my birthday weekend kind of movie. That's around my birthday there, so we'll see. We'll see. Moving on to some Disney TV news. Oh man, we knew this was coming. Descendants 2 has officially been announced, as if we didn't know it was happening, but there's going to be a sequel to 2015's Descendants, the Disney Channel original movie. It's about the kids of Disney villains like Cruella de Vil, Maleficent, Jafar. It's just wow, what a mess. But apparently it was the highest rated cable TV movie of 2015. This new sequel will be coming out in 2017, so next year. Kenny Ortega, he directed the High School Musical movies. He directed the first Descendants movie. He'll be back for this. I mean, the cast is coming back, but what?
I mean, honestly, like, I had so much fun making fun of the first movie that I'll look forward to making fun of this one too.
True. And we knew it was going to happen. I don't know why they had to make like an official announcement and make it seem like a big thing, but anyway.
Like animated spin-off series and
Wicked World or something. Yeah. But Dove Cameron will be back as Mal, Maleficent's daughter. Cameron Boyce will be back as Carlos, Cruella de Vil's son. Sophia Carson will be back as Evie, Evil Queen's daughter. And then Boo Boo Stewart will be back as Jay, Jafar's son. Also, joining the cast is another Disney Channel alum, China Anne McClain. She was on the show Ant Farm. She's going to play Ursula's daughter. And it's interesting because in that animated Wicked World, Descendants Wicked World short series, she voiced Dr. Facilier's daughter, and now she's going to play Ursula's daughter, named Uma. Yeah, anyway. It's also been revealed that there's going to be cast for the children of Gaston and Captain Hook, and then Zac Efron wannabe Mitchell Hope, who plays King Ben, the son of Beast and Belle. He's also going to be back, but not all that excited about this other than the opportunity to hate watch. So yeah, Descendants 2 2017. If you're excited, be excited. Didn't hear anything about Kristen Chenoweth coming back as Maleficent, but whatever. I don't care. Sorry.
Me neither, so it's fine.
Okay, we will move on then. With all that being said, Disney download complete. Well, Katie, the time has arrived. A new Disney park is about to open in China. It's called Shanghai Disneyland. It opens June 16th. $5.5 billion went into this. Hashtag thanks Shanghai for all of the budget cuts over here for our Disney parks. Have you been looking forward to this or what?
I mean, I don't know. I've been really interested seeing all of the things come out of it. I remember when they released the first piece of concept art for it, kind of showing the whole park with the castle. And I just thought that was beautiful. And that did kind of get me excited for it. And then, in the recent, last few weeks, seeing videos from some of the ride-throughs and everything. And
yeah.
I am kind of excited about it and seeing all the new technology that they're putting into that.
Yeah. I'm interested in it, for sure. They just released an aerial views video over the whole park area, and it's kind of interesting how it all is mapped out. There is not a Main Street USA, of course. There is Mickey Avenue, so we will start there. And speaking of Mickey Avenue, what do you think of the Mickey and Minnie costumes? Because the faces of the costumes are a bit different than over here and at other parks around the world.
I don't know if I'm really feeling it.
No, they're a little creepy.
Yeah.
They look a little weird. But you got to think the culture over there is so different. So they have to adjust for where they are in the world, which is Shanghai in China. So yeah, we don't have Main Street USA. We have Mickey Avenue. There is a Steamboat Willie fountain kind of thing that looks cool, I think. And there's like a parade that you can go watch online. And there's like this whole deal instead of a hub, our parks have the hub, which is kind of where the castle is, and then you branch out into the different areas. There is the Gardens of Imagination, and there are different little gardens, and each of them have Disney animals that represent the Chinese zodiac. So, you've got like Mushu as the year of the dragon, Remy as the year of the rat, and also a very interesting one is for the year of, I don't know if it's the sheep or the lamb. They used one of the lambs from Mary Poppins. So they were really reaching on that one there for sure. They had to dig deep for that. But have you seen anything about that area, Mickey Avenue or the Gardens of Imagination? Obviously, the castle is beautiful.
Oh, I love the castle. I haven't seen too much else. I like that the entrance to Mickey Avenue. I think they have a big clock that has Mickey on it, so I think that little clock tower thing is pretty neat. I haven't seen those gardens, though. That sounds interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the castle's beautiful, and it's not meant to be for like a specific princess. Like in Magic Kingdom, you've got Cinderella's castle. Disneyland, you've got Sleeping Beauty's castle. This is just supposed to be inclusive of all of the princesses. But
yeah,
it looks beautiful. It's kind of like a combination almost of the castles that we've previously seen.
Right. It's called the Storybook Castle, right? I think.
That sounds right.
Yeah. And I saw something that's inside it is Snow White. There's like a Snow White kind of walk-through adventure thing. And did you see that video?
I did not.
Okay. It's basically Snow White, the story of Snow White, like a dark ride, except you're not looking at animatronics. It's a 3D animated kind of three-dimensional, animation of Snow White, which is weird because I don't really want to see. It's kind of like in Ariel's Undersea Adventure where you see Ariel, not 2D animation, 3D animation. And it's like that for Snow White. Of course, all the language is, in Chinese, I guess. And so that's odd to see. Also, Snow White's voice is not her little high-pitched I'm wishing voice. It's really interesting. You'll have to go check that out to see what I'm talking about there, because it's like, okay, all right. But I think that's inside the castle, I want to say. There are, shops and different restaurants along Mickey Avenue as well. And then in the garden, there's Dumbo's Flying Elephant. Their carousel is actually the Fantasia themed. We have, at Walt Disney World, it is, what is it, Prince Charming or the Cinderella themed, kind of. And then over in Disneyland, it is The Sword and the Stone. But theirs is going to be Fantasia, so their little characters on the carousel are Fantasia characters. So I guess, the hippos and that sort of thing. But that's cool. Yeah. Yeah. But moving on now to the next little area, Fantasyland, which all of our parks have. And there you've got sort of an interesting video I saw. It's called Voyage to the Crystal Grotto. Did you see that video?
Did not see that one.
Okay. It's kind of a ride through kind of thing. It's not anything exciting. It's a boat ride. So they're, in water. And then there are sort of these little figures of movies, scenes from movies. You've got Tangled, Aladdin, Fantasia, Little Mermaid, and Beauty and the Beast. I believe Little Mermaid was the last one because it's called Voyage to the Crystal Grotto. So I think Little Mermaid was the last one, but it's just kind of these little figures. They don't move, and there's just water, and you hear the music. Well, they do move, actually, but not too much. I saw, for the Tangled part, the lanterns moved up and down, but Flynn Rider and Rapunzel are just kind of sitting there in the boat. But it's pretty. The music plays.
It sounds maybe a bit like the Storybook Canal ride in Disneyland.
Yeah,
where you
probably.
Just kind of sit in the boat and you go through, and there's these little miniature scenes from different movies.
I would say so, from what I saw. Peter Pan's Flight is also in Fantasyland. Have you seen their point of view video for that?
I think I saw a snippet of it. I haven't watched the full ride of it.
It looks pretty cool. I love my Walt Disney World Peter Pan's Flight. I know that there's a big debate over which one's better, Disneyland or Walt Disney World for Peter Pan's flight, but I wouldn't know. What would you say?
Maybe Disneyland.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I love both of them. It's like,
Yeah.
those classic.
They're that's like an e-ticket ride right there. You can never get that without a fast pass. You're gonna be waiting forever. There's an Alice in Wonderland maze in Fantasyland. I saw some video of that. It is not inspired by, the classic animated 1951 Alice in Wonderland. It's the 2010 live action movie. Yeah, I know. Interesting for sure. And the first thing I saw is you see Helena Bonham Carter's, face as the Queen of Hearts. So interesting move there. But again, when we talked about Through the Looking Glass, we talked about how Alice in Wonderland, the live action, is one of the highest grossing films of all time. So why not?
It's probably pretty big over there.
Yeah, probably so. Also, they have Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and it's called the Honey Pot Spin, and it's Winnie the Pooh. So they're in honey pots, but it's like the teacup ride for us, but instead Winnie the Pooh. So that's what goes on in Fantasyland, among other things. Treasure Cove is the next spot, and we don't really have that, I don't guess. Would that be sort of, what would that be equivalent for us? I don't think anything, because it's more like a separate pirate area, it seems like.
I mean, I was about to say, I guess it could be inclusive of Adventureland.
But they have Adventureland, so anyway, this is where Pirates of the Caribbean is, though. You saw the full ride through of that. What'd you think?
I thought it was amazing. I mean,
Yeah.
it's very different from the classic Pirates ride. And I mean, the classic Pirates ride, it's still amazing. It's still one of the best rides. But this one, they've really taken, they've really taken it to the next level as far
Technology,
as the technology
yeah.
they're using. I mean, at the beginning of the ride, you have like the animatronic skeleton, and then he just turns into Captain Jack Sparrow. And it's crazy. I was sitting there like, how did they do that? And the people on the ride were like freaking out, which is kind of funny. But yeah, you go like underwater in this one, which you don't see in the other Pirates rides. Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah. I mean, I was kind of like, what is happening? Because with these little videos, we're not there, so we can't experience. We're just kind of trying to figure out what's going on. But it looks like, you're talking about going underwater. It really sort of felt like, wow, they're going underwater here. So it was really cool. There's also like a Captain Jack Sparrow show here. So I guess Pirates, I think I know that Pirates is really big overseas, always has been. So that doesn't surprise me that they have an area of the park dedicated to pirates. It's called Treasure Cove. They do have Adventure Isle as their Adventureland area. It's got sort of some stuff that we have at Epcot, which is soaring. They have soaring over the horizon there. I saw a little bit of their soaring attraction, but you couldn't really tell much from the video because it is, what do you use that called? It's a screen, kind of ride. There's a Tarzan attraction, Tarzan Call of the Wild. They can meet Baloo and King Louie there. And the video that I saw, the Chinese people were so happy to see the characters. I was like, wow.
They get very excited.
I hear.
Yeah.
I've heard in Tokyo, Disney, they don't have lines. They don't have queues for the characters. You just kind of stand there, and then when it's your turn, you just jump up there and meet the characters. And you see so many pictures from parks over the seas, like Tokyo, where characters are such a big deal. So I'm sure it's going to be the same here at Shanghai. And now to Tomorrowland, which I know you said you were excited about. The Tron Ride, oh my goodness. The point of view video I saw, you couldn't really tell much from it, but just looking at it, it's like, wow, that looks amazing.
Yeah, it's totally different from any other ride that we've seen from a Disney park, I think. I mean, because I think it's a roller coaster, right? Basically.
Yeah.
But, you're not just sitting in a cart. You're, like, riding the light cycles from Tron.
Yeah.
It's so cool. I'm not, like, a huge Tron fan, but that got me super excited.
Yeah.
I want that over here.
Yeah.
Why can't they give it to us over here?
Yeah, it looks like one of the coolest kind of futuristic rides that I've seen for a Disney park. They do not have Space Mountain, I understand, so that is kind of in place of their Space Mountain. It's called Tron Light Cycle Power Run. Tron is interesting. Maybe that's popular over there. Yeah, they had the Tron sequel a few years ago, Tron Legacy, so maybe that was a big hit overseas. I don't know. They're not making Tron 3, though. We know that. I guess this can serve as Tron 3, I guess. That can... For anyone who is really disappointed about Tron 3 not happening. They've also got a Buzz Lightyear ride, Buzz Lightyear Planet Rescue, probably just like our, Space Ranger spin and that sort of thing. And then they have Star Wars Launch Bay there. I saw a video of Darth Vader and stormtroopers walking around. There is a Stitch Encounter attraction. I don't know if that's like... I would hope that's not like Stitch's Great Escape. Oh my goodness. Let's not... But then, all of these places have their own sort of themed restaurants and shops. And, it's really going to be interesting to see, video and see pictures, because I know some of the Disney fans who I follow on social media, they are headed there. They are on the plane and they are going for opening day, which I'm just kind of like, if somebody paid for my ticket and all that, I would definitely go. But I'm not really in a rush to go on my own. I've never been... The only park I've been to is Walt Disney World, so I got a few others to get to first.
Yeah, I feel like I'd rather do Disneyland Paris and Tokyo Disneyland first before I go to, Hong Kong, Shanghai.
Yeah.
I don't know why those two parks just strike me as being more interesting.
Well, I hear amazing things about Tokyo and the Disney Sea that they have there.
That's the most beautiful Disney park out of all.
Yeah, I hear that too. And all I've seen, are videos of this stuff. But anyway, it's exciting for Disney parks to open up a new park. We've got, let's see, Disneyland opened first, then Walt Disney World, then Disneyland Paris, I guess, Tokyo Disneyland, and then Disney Sea, and then Hong Kong. Is that it?
Yes.
Okay, and now Shanghai. So welcome to the Disney Parks family, Shanghai. Again, we've been talking about how the cultural thing is so weird to kind of comprehend, but what's gone down over there, as soon as the soft openings happened, the place, it was trashed, basically. They have some very interesting etiquette rules over there, if you want to read into those. But, this is a big deal because China is like, the most populated country in the world. So here they go opening up a Disney park there. But yeah, it opens June 16th, Shanghai Disneyland. I saw this morning on Good Morning America where Robin Roberts is over there covering the big opening day. There is going to be a special on TV on Disney Channel, Disney XD, simultaneously Thursday night, June 16th, that will be on. And I think I saw where Sophia Carson from Descendants is hosting it. I don't have anything against her, but anyway, Descendants, That should be an interesting special. I'll be watching more videos and seeing more pictures. And yeah, it's just, again, welcome to the Disney Parks family, Shanghai. Any other thoughts, Katie?
Oh, I don't know. I kind of wish that some of the things over there they were doing over here instead.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. But I definitely would not put this necessarily at the top of my list of parks around the world to visit. So, but anyway, #thanks Shanghai. Moving on to top 5 favorites, how we like to wrap up this show. With Father's Day this weekend, Katie, we are going to be talking top 5 Disney dads. Do you have a list in your head?
I did make a list this time.
Okay, I did too. All right, but there are so many great Disney dads, so we'll try to, do some honorable mentions for those that don't make our list. What you got?
I have got Tiana's dad from Princess and the Frog. He is not in there for most of the movie. We just kind of see him in the beginning, but his influence on her and his dreams really influence Tiana's motivations throughout the entire film. So I think that's important. I have Mulan's dad because Mulan's just like my favorite. And That whole speech that he gives her is the best.
The greatest gift and honor is having you for a daughter.
I love that movie. Oh
That's
my
my
gosh.
favorite. It's my favorite Disney movie, yeah.
Oh my gosh, me too. And then I have Goofy, the Goofy movie,
Mm-hmm.
which makes me sad. Oh my goodness. But he's just, everything in that movie that he tries to do goes wrong. But, you know, he has just such good intentions. And he just always has, you know, his son Max, you know, his best interests are in mind. So he's definitely like one of the first ones that I think of. I've got King Triton from Little Mermaid. I rewatched it a few days ago, and one of the things that I really picked up on is, you know, because initially he seems very harsh, but then there's always, you know, after he's done reprimanding Ariel or anything like that, he's always kind of like second guessing himself, like, well, you know, am I being too harsh? Should I have done that? Is this really what's best for her?
She really does love him, doesn't she,
Yeah.
Sebastian?
Yes.
Yeah.
Number one, though, I have to say Mufasa from Lion King.
Of course.
Yeah, what else can you say? He's just the best and probably like the most iconic.
Mm-hmm.
Just dad, honestly.
Yeah. We basically have the same list, Katie. Number 5 for me is Tiana's father, whose name is James. A great inspiration to her throughout the film. Number 4, Fazu, Mulan's father. Again, the greatest gift of honor is having you for a daughter. Number 3, I had King Triton at number 3. And then number 2, I have Goofy. The Goofy movie, his son Max, I mean, you said it's so sad, and it is. Ugh.
Really, I don't ever watch that movie.
Yeah.
Really.
I actually watched it recently for the first time in a long time, and I remembered I didn't watch it much as a kid because what's the monster? The Bigfoot scared me as a kid, which is not that scary at all. But anyway, that's a tug at your heartstrings movie, the Goofy movie. And then number 1 is Mufasa. James Earl Jones, fantastic voicing that character. He is the most iconic Disney dad for sure. Just some honorable mentions. You know, you have Zeus as Hercules, you know, the father of Hercules. You have Pongo as the father of 99 Dalmatians, basically. I think the original Disney dad would be Geppetto from Pinocchio. King Stefan is Aurora's dad in Sleeping Beauty. Chief Powhatan from Pocahontas.
What about Jane's dad in Tarzan?
Archimedes Q Porter at your service. Okay, anyway. Yeah, but I'm sure we're missing some good ones that I'm just not thinking of right now.
Sultan.
The Sultan, yeah, from Aladdin. Belle's dad, Maurice, yeah. Anyway, shout out to all of the Disney dads. Those were our top 5 favorites, and we will move on to shout outs now. We have a shout out that we've been forgetting for 2 weeks, really, because we said we were going to give this person a shout out, and that is to Chewbacca Mom, the viral sensation of 2016. Her name is Candace Payne, and she really just brought so much joy to the world, so much joy to me personally. Oh my goodness. I remember seeing the video, scrolling, you know, through my social media timelines, and then there it was. I kept ignoring it, and finally I watched it, just cracking up. It's so funny. I'm such a happy Chewbacca. I mean, the greatest thing.
Yeah, I watched it for the first time in Starbucks.
Oh,
on my
no.
lunch break, which was bad because I just could not keep it together. Like, I
Right.
tried, but
That's
it just
funny.
it couldn't happen.
Yeah, I was at home and I showed my parents and they both started cracking up too. And then, of course, it exploded, and this woman, I mean, I hope she gets more than 15, seconds of fame. And so far, it seems like she has. I mean,
She's been everywhere.
she's been everywhere, and she was on Good Morning America the Monday. It happened on a Friday, I think, and then the Monday following, she was on Good Morning America, and she just, I mean, she knows how to, like, talk on camera, so she's very articulate, so she could definitely have some stuff going for her in the future. She did get to go to Walt Disney World and go meet Chewbacca, and those videos on the Disney World social media stuff. It's hilarious if you haven't seen those. So it's great. She is a light. She is truly a light.
I don't know. I feel like she's me in a way because that's like the kind of stuff that I get.
Yeah.
You're really excited over.
Right. The Chewbacca
I never
mask.
post videos of it to social media and become famous.
Well, that's what you need to do. Learn your lesson there.
Because, she wasn't trying to
Promote
make a
anything.
big thing out of it.
Yeah.
It just kind of became a big thing. She was just trying to share something with her friends.
Right.
So.
It's the little things. That was her caption, I think. But another shout out, 2 weeks in a row, we got a shout out to Jodi Benson again because, last week we talked a lot about the Little Mermaid live at the Hollywood Bowl concert, and I said that I thought she did so great that I had to make a dedication post on my Instagram, and I just gave her such a great review and just said so many nice things about her. And I tagged her in it. And then a few days ago, she liked it on Instagram on her account. And I was just like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. So thank you, Jodi Benson, for liking my picture. It was a picture of her animation board at the Art of Animation Resort at Walt Disney World. I took a picture of that because I stayed there and she signed it, and it's up in a chandelier. It's really cool. But she liked my picture and liked my post. I hope she read what I wrote. It was a lot. But she just means so much. And I'm loving her social media stuff.
Now you're excited.
Yeah. Here, this whole episode, I've been kind of like down. But, it's been kind of a down few days with everything that happened in Orlando. So our thoughts and prayers with that whole situation. And, hopefully this weekend, people will have some joy with Finding Dory coming out. Are you excited about that?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I hope that it's good and, lives up to the first one. I feel like expectations are high. So.
Expectations are definitely high. The reviews are coming in, and they're pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Some people are saying it wasn't a necessary sequel.
Yeah, that's kind of my main concern with it. But
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. Can't wait to talk about that next week, though. Hopefully you can join me again. And this has been fun.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me back again.
Absolutely. And you can follow all of our social media links in the description below. Be sure to check out at Disney_connected on Instagram. And until next time, have a magical day, and I'll see you real soon, folks.